Hello, welcome to the Self-Learning Podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Unit 8, the conceptual and the theoretical issues of power. And our topic is power elite and veto groups. In the context of power in America, C. Wright Mills proposed the concept of power elite, explained in terms of a unified power group composed of top government executives, military officials, and corporation directors, while David Reisman proposes the concept of veto groups, explained in terms of a diversified and balanced plurality of interest groups, each of which is primarily concerned with protecting its jurisdiction by blocking actions of other groups, which seem to threaten that jurisdiction. Conhacker compares Mills and Reisman on power in America along 5 dimensions. First, structure of power, including how power is distributed among the major segments of present-day American society. Mills proposed that the pyramid of power may be conceived as formed of 3 layers. The apex is occupied by power elite. The second layer is occupied by middle level of power, constituted of diversified and balanced plurality of interest groups, while the third layer is occupied by mass society, constituted of powerless mass of unorganized people who are controlled from above. Reisman, on the other hand, proposed a pyramid formed of 2 rather than 3 layers. Reisman did not recognize the presence of power elite. The upper layer is occupied by veto groups. Here, instead of decisive ruling groups, is an amorphous structure of power centering in the interplay among the interest groups that form the veto groups. The lower layer of pyramid comprises more or less unorganized public, which cooperates with the interest groups in their maneuvers against actual or threatened encroachments on the jurisdictions each claim for itself. The second one is changes in the structure of power, including how the distribution of power has changed in the course of American society. Mills lays emphasis on increasing concentration of power and the ascending of power elite, which Reisman lays emphasis on increasing dispersion of power and tendency toward the dispersion of power among a plurality of organized interests. The third one is operation of the structure of power, including the means whereby the power is exercised in American society. According to Mill, the power elite lays down all important public policies, particularly foreign policy. The power elite manipulates the people at the bottom. Reisman, on the other hand, denied what Mill asserted. He said that who determines the policy largely depends on the issue about which policy is being laid out. Groups constituting veto powers are largely inoperative on several issues. Most of them become active in making decisions and laying out policies about issues that concern them or are of interest to them. This implies that there are as many power structures as the spheres of policy. Basis of the structure of power, including how social and psychological factors shape and sustain the existing distribution of power. It is understandable that the power is shared among who share common interest. For males, the power elite represents a body of people with common interests. For race men, the veto group have diversity of interest. The fifth is consequences of the structure of power, including how the existing distribution of power affects American society. Mills said that the interest of the major institutions, corporations, armed forces, executive branch of government, whose leader constitute the power elite, are greatly enhanced in the existing power arrangement. Because of the concentration of power in the hands of the selected few and manipulation for the exercising power, there is decline of politics as public debate. Concentration of power has taken place without a corresponding shift in the basis of legitimacy of power. Power is supposed to reside in the hand of public and its elected representatives, while in reality it lies in the hands of those who direct the key bureaucracies. Consequently, men of power are neither responsible nor accountable for their power, and if power trends to a small group which is not accountable for its power, and if politics no longer involve genuine public debate, then there will be a severe weakening of democratic institutions. Conversely, Reisman said that no one group or class is favored in a major way over other. Politics has declined in meaning for many public people, which is not essentially due to the ascending of veto groups. There is growing discrepancy between the facts of power and images of power. Power is more widely dispensed than is generally believed, and power in America is situational and mercurial. It is amorphous, because of which there is decline of effective leadership. Now let us wind up the session and take rest. Thank you very much for engaging yourself with the self-learning podcasts.